Hey, this is Rother011 here, and this video is going to be kind of unprofessional, I guess, for lack of better terms, but hey, I guess that's my style. This is, let me just say, as a disclosure, that this is not me picking on any one person at any table I've ever played D&D with, but it is bringing up an issue that I've recognized that I have, as well as an issue I've recognized like just throughout that to some people I guess isn't really a problem. Then again, I guess like most things that don't have a set concrete amount of rules, that's just going to happen. If things are so malleable, then you're going to have a malleable selection of people. Let me just say that if you have a character in D&D, or if you have a character in any game, I don't understand why, even if you have stats stacked in a certain way, unless it's a video game, I don't understand how you expect things to just work inarguably. I don't understand how you think that just because you have this many numbers in this particular thing, that if you end up in a situation where that particular thing is applicable, that you're just going to overcome the situation without even trying. And furthermore, why would you want that if you're the kind of person that wants a challenge, the kind of person that wants to be entertained? The only way you can get the entertainment, that value from fun, is if you are pushed. And that's like how it is in most circumstances in life as well. Because one of my players, good buddy, good friend of mine, who managed to find time to join my game, and this was actually kind of my fault, in that I tend to be, since we had only so much amount of time, we only had like maybe 2.5-3 hours of gameplay, and the last thing I want to do is spend more time looking over a rule than I need to. Or, since we're using theater of the mind, I didn't want to have to sit there and wait for players to figure out what exactly they were doing. Just kind of want to move things along, so that's my fault. I'll get more on that later. But assuming that they knew the situation they were in, and they were going along with it, and they weren't going to just change their minds after everything had already resolved, at least I had already resolved everything. When you are in a situation, let's say, that requires a lot of diplomacy, or you would like to escape the situation with a certain skill check. It doesn't matter if you have 5 points, 8 points, 10 or 12 in that skill that would be applicable to that situation. You won't succeed. And it's frustrating for me as a dungeon master, and even as a person, that someone would just think because they have so many numbers in this thing, in a game like D&D, that it's just going to work out. That I have to, okay, you have this many numbers, I have to give it to you. In fact, and in the Player's Handbook 1, page 61, I'm not going to name the section, but there's a part here where particularly impossible tasks. Sometimes you want to do something that seems particularly impossible. In general, to do something that's particularly impossible requires that you have at least rank 10 in the skill. It entails a penalty of -20 on your roll, or a +20 on the DC. Again, I want to apologize if I seemed unfair. However, if anybody, not just in the Bethany group, not just in the Kingsville group, but if anybody who sees this video and I happen to be DMing with them and they want to throw out that I seemed unfair, that their character, or they seemed that their character was being unjustifiedly pushed, and maybe it was compared to the other players. So again, I will apologize for that if the penalties against you versus the penalties against someone else were just so greatly unfair. At the same time, I want to make it clear that things based on the situations that I could perceive, and just through my personal experience as a person, and through how situations I've dealt with in life and would deal with in life, if their situation seems more favorable for them, they're going to receive a bonus, if not a less severe penalty. But if you happen to be in a situation where it's as in this book, particularly impossible, you're going to receive a penalty. Again, I'm not picking on him. It's been this itch of frustration. Like, I understand what I did. I don't think what I did was wrong, but at the same time, I want to understand why he thought it was wrong. And maybe I need to go deeper into this. But so far, I've actually been nice. But again, I was kind of rushing my friend to that situation in the first place. I know it sounds like I'm mad. I know it sounds like I'm edging against someone here, but I'm only making this video, and I'll probably bring it up later in person. This is just future references for anyone else who happens to have the same situation in D&D or whatever. Or maybe I just want to hear myself talk. Who knows? If that's it, I just want to be clear that I will not dirty dick somebody for my own entertainment. I'll make things more challenging, and I will provide an otherwise unfair situation for a player so they can overcome it. But I will not do that just to get a reaction. But that's just a little tidbit. Again, thank you for watching, and hopefully we learn to... it is just a learning experience for everybody. Again, thanks for watching.